stall, and he might be able to win the game by bolting his opponent with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're in for
a long game.
We're in for either a long, grindy board stall, or humans just has linear draw where they Reflector Mage the only creature that Corey casts, and they just win the game.
Or Hardened Scales has some stupid shit where they're just like, turn 1 Hardened Scales, turn 2 dump my hand.
Yeah, that could also happen.
Yeah.
That looks like a pretty solid Hardened Scales hand. He doesn't have a threat, but he can Stirrings to find one.
It is a fairly solid human's hand. He wants one more land, but it's really good.
Yeah. In fact, you probably play the Noble on turn 1 instead of the Vial.
Yep. Seems perfectly fine. It's going to take some damage off of that land, though, so he really wants to find another one, but that's fine. And an image? Oof. If he just gets to this Mantis Rider and then gets to image it, that is also Horizon Canopy for the Hardened Scales player. Plays Hardened Scales. So they're both doing it.
I believe he has second Hardened Scales in hand, although that's going to tax it 1.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the correct play, though, because I don't think Hardened Scales plays that many non-creature spells. I mean, they play a few. Like, don't get me wrong, they're not playing none.
Oops, I blinked. Is the match over yet?
Not quite. Almost.
Unfortunately, no.
Sam drew a Hardened Scale, or not Hardened. I drew Meddling Mage.
Okay. There are a lot of things you can name with that.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like naming Walking Ballista with that.
Yeah, that seems really good. I mean, that kills a lot of your things.
Mm-hmm. There's a Hangerback Walker.
That's fine. It's not great, but it's fine.
2 counters. Can't block Thalia for a while.
Yep. I think the correct play is probably just Meddling Mage, name Walking Ballista.
He did find another Noble, though. So I kind of like that better.
He had it the whole time. You decided not to play it last turn.
Okay. So yeah he casts Noble and then swings in for 4.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing he can do. He can just put pressure on.
I mean, a giant first striking creature is kind of difficult for this deck to deal with, honestly.
I'm not sure. I mean, with the Hangerback Walker, he gets to, like, chump it once and then chump it for each of the tokens.
Sure.
So
either that or find Walking Ballista and get rid of it.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like, with the Hangerback Walker, he gets turns to, like, find an answer.
Welding Jar.
Paying him
Welding Jar is, like, decent here.
Yeah.
And Ravager. Yeah, so now he's able to make a creature big enough to block that.
Yep.
So, Sam no longer has any attacks. And Corey is set up to, if he wants to, make a huge board of Thopters.
Yep. It can't be that big. Not yet. He needs another Ravager to make it, like, really big.
He can,
or another sack outlet, quote unquote, but I don't know if he's playing the Phyrexian core land or whatever.
There's 3 mana Thalia in the main deck, which is strange.
Yep, a little bit. He's Sam is really struggling to find lands, and I think he's kind of being punished by not playing this Aether Vial earlier.
Yeah. I don't know.
2 Aether Vials?
I probably would have liked him to play the Aether Vial on the turn he played Thalia.
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would rather play second Noble Hierarch and Aether Vial turn 2.
Sam swinging in with Thalia, and Corey's gonna sack a Darksteel Citadel and a Welding Jar to make it a 6/6.
Yeah.
So just eats it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd swing in there. That was an onboard combat trick, but I mean, I guess he just wanted him to use up those resources.
I guess, but there's not really anything he's gaining off of it.
Not really. Corey gonna take 1 to cast Ancient Stirrings. finds an Inkmoth Nexus and wins the game next turn if Sam doesn't interact.
He does have Mantis Rider in hand.
Yeah, so
he'll have a blocker.
He can't cast it. He doesn't have red mana.
Yeah, that's true.
And Steel Overseer. Yep, so this game is over next turn.
Unless he draws a red mana.
Yep.
Nope, another Horizon Canopy. Yep, I think he's just dead here. He has no way of, like his hand is just 2 Aether Vial, an Image, and then Mantis Rider, Meddling Mage.
Yep, I don't think he has a way out.
I think what he should have done is not play that land and sack the Canopy to try to find a red mana.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's probably what you have to do.
I mean, he didn't get there, but that's fine.
An Image, copying Ravager. That doesn't do anything.
It does absolutely nothing.
It also enters as a 0/0, right?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, he's just dead.
Yep, that's rough.
That's like one of the random strengths of the Hardened Scales deck is like almost all of his creatures are randomly just 0/0s.
Yeah, and he can just make a board state where he can just cast a single, like, or he just put Inkmoth into play and said, okay, you're dead next turn.
Yeah.
Because he had the board gummed up with creatures and enough artifacts to just make it a 10/10.
Yep. Killing people with Infect, my favorite thing.
Okay, so it looks like we don't have sideboards for this, but we can kind of see what they're putting in here. I don't see a whole lot. I can't think of a whole lot that I would want as a humans player here. I see the two Rex Sages.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen humans players either play Rex Sages or Dried Arbor, or not Dried Arbor, the new one,
Night of Autumn.
Night of Autumn on the side.
I'm kind of surprised Sam isn't on Night of Autumn.
Maybe it's an older list and he hasn't put him in yet.
Yeah.
Because it's like at worst. I mean, it is white mana, but so I don't know his exact mana breakdown. But I think he's probably in the same, like, it's not being humans, probably the same amount of colored sources, right?
Yeah.
In green and white. So I don't know. Over on the Hardened Scale side, honestly, I don't know.
Dismembers probably come in. I know for a fact that he has those in his board. Other than that, I think this deck is like pretty well put together for the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you need a whole lot more. Yeah, I don't know what else is in the board, but
yeah, I don't think they have like sweepers or anything like that. So
no.
That's typically the things you bring in against humans.
Yeah, no sweepers. Dismember's definitely in there. I see he's got 4 cards set aside there. I can't tell what those are, but
no, I couldn't either. Yeah, I don't know. He might have some sweet tech.
He might. I have no idea.
I don't know. Corey is a very seasoned Hardened Scales player. He's invested a lot of time into it and in like a lot of thought. So like I know for sure his main board and his sideboard are both very meticulously put together.
Corey looking at another double Hardened Scale start.
That's pretty good. Oh,
yeah.
There's that core that I was talking about earlier. So he does play at least one. Oh, there's another turn 2 Thalia.
Thalia on 2 again.
I mean, it slowed down Corey a little bit, but wasn't enough.
Not stuck on 1 land this time.
Yeah, that's important.
You might just slam the second Hardened Scales this turn, honestly.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, unless there's really something you want to play. Darkbound Worker?
Just going to put out the Worker.
Mox Opal for 1?
Sure, okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is not active yet, notably.
Yeah, that's pretty important. Champion of the Parish gets in for 2.
Yep. He is very land glutted this game. He has 3 more lands in hand and a Reflector Mage.
Reflector Mage looks alright on this board.
Yeah, no, it's fine, but the fact that he has 6 lands total
Yeah, that's not what you want to see.
One of them's a Horizon Canopy, though, so he will get a redraw off of that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm kind of surprised he didn't play that this turn. If he didn't intend on casting the Reflector Mage, you probably just want to leave that up so you can draw your card.
Yeah, it's not like you're trying to play something super big. Like, the biggest thing you're playing is Mantis Rider.
Yeah.
Which you're not playing with the lands he just played anyway, so...
Yeah, and you got extra lands on hand anyway, so you might as well just cycle through your Canopy.
I think maybe he was thinking and, like, didn't think about it, is, like, Seachrome Coast will come in tapped, but...
Sure, yeah.
But it'll be gone, because you're going to sack it, so you'll be at 3 again anyway.
Alright, this is probably cast my other Hardened Scales, yep.
Yep, seems real good. Did he cast his other Hardened Scales after playing Artbound Worker?
He did.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, that's not the way you're supposed to sequence that.
It happens. He did draw Thalia's Lieutenant, though.
That's okay on this board.
Yeah, it's not a land.
Yeah. He's gonna swing in with his Thalia.
Both these players making very questionable sequences.
I don't know why you would ever do that.
Yep, he plays it.
I mean, I guess technically he could be representing Dismember, right?
He would anyway. He's still leaving 2 mana open.
Is Lawrence here? I don't think so.
I haven't seen Lawrence in like a month.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. He's definitely not here today.
There's
Ravager's very good here.
It's going to be able to keep pace with this Champion of the Parish.
Yeah. Well, and with double Hardened Scales, it just gets huge here.
The thing is that Sam has a Reflector Mage in hand. So if... Oof, Ballista? Not good. I was going to say, if he can like bait Corey into like sacking a couple things to this Ravager and then bouncing it.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine if he does that, Corey just goes, okay, put everything on my Ballista, kill your entire board.
Well, yeah, now.
Yeah.
I mean, now the correct play, I think, is just Reflector Mage target Ballista.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Yeah, so he's going to get in for 4 here. There's not really a whole lot that Sam can do about that.
Nope, going to draw a card of Canopy. Well, thinking about it, I don't think he did.
I mean, it's in the graveyard.
I don't think he drew a card, though. His hand is still the 2-land and Reflector Mage.
He's going to move some counters around? Oh, does he just have lethal after that attack? He definitely does, right?
Double Hardened Scales?
After the attack for 4? Yeah, he's super dead. He had to block that, didn't he? There are way more than enough counters here for him to just put all of it on the Ballista and shoot him to death for 16.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's just dead.
Yeah?
That is actually a very quick 2-0.
Whoops, I 16'd you.
Whoops, you had to block that to not die.
He's actually... that Ballista is a 22?
Yeah. He's just gone.
Yeah.
Good game.
Ouch.
That's rough.
A little bit. Double Hardened Scales is very scary.
So, that attack was just pointless then.
It actually was.
He didn't even have to untap. He could have just done that at instant speed on his turn.
I think he was waiting for Sam to tap out to do it. I think that's why he waited. And then when he cracked the Horizon Canopy and like tapped out to crack the Horizon Canopy, he's like, all right, now I can
kill him.
Yeah,
sure.
now I can just kill you.
Playing around Dismember, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dismember, Path to Exile.
That's definitely a card that humans has in their board pretty often is Dismember.
Yeah.
So
although I think can't he just like wouldn't it not do anything? Right? Like
Dismember?
even if he targets